Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again on Mindfulness with Roop. I'm your host, Rupinder, and as I promised last time that I'll be bringing yet another trailblazer on the show. And here I am, and it's my great pleasure to welcome Dr. Munish Jindal, founder and CEO, HoverRobotix, on my show. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for giving me this opportunity to welcome you here on my show. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much, Roop, for inviting me at your wonderful Mindfulness with Roop show. It's indeed a privilege for me to share the same platform with you. And if I'm able to share my expertise and my knowledge with the people, it's indeed incredible. The
Definitely, we're
credit goes
looking
to you.
forward to learn a lot from your expertise. And for my viewers, I want to read out the profile of Sir in detail so that our viewers based in Telangana, Delhi, and everywhere, they should be able to know about Sir more. So I just want to get the pleasure of reading out the profile. Such a profound profile, I would say. So, viewers, Dr. Munish Jindal is the founder and CEO of HoverRobotix and the founding president of MENTORx Global. He belongs to an entrepreneurial family and studied and lived at Australia. And he's a PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence from the USA. And if I talk about the awards, the list is long. He's awarded with highest civilian honor Karmaveer Chakra by United Nations, honored by IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, been awarded as Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2016. If I talk about his brand, HoverRobotix, then that has received more than 1,000 awards. So we cannot name all the awards here, but a little bit we'll talk about the brand. He is the one who launched the concept of Hoverboards, Autobots Mobility Robots in India. And being the number one brand in India, Hoverboard has received 1,000 plus awards and featured among top 5 brands in the world. Oh my God. And recently, Dr. Jindal was invited to launch a business incubation center in Mauritius. And he has been awarded as Human of the Year by for his welfare and philanthropy work towards mankind. So the list is long. A TEDx speaker, Josh Talk speaker, what means not to say about Sir? So at such a young age and these achievements, so you really are a trailblazer. Welcome to Mindfulness with you.
Thank you so much. It's you have been indeed been kind to me, and I'm indeed humbled with the wonderful introduction that you have given to me. I don't even know whether I deserve such kind words, but you indeed have been so kind to me, and looking forward to this mindfulness with group.
Yeah, thank you so much. So you've studied in Sydney, Australia, right? And you lived over there. But then you decided to come back to your roots in Ludhiana. So I just want to ask you, like, why? There are not many Punjabis who want to come back, but you decided to do it. So was it a difficult decision to take, or you were always clear?
No, I was always clear since day one that when I moved to Australia, it was like, yes, that I'm going there for my higher education as well as an international exposure. And I was always clear that I have to come back, and a tree always grows where its roots are. My last day of my uni, and they offered me green card to Australia, permanent residency, as well as a package of 6 million. And
Okay.
but I rejected that package of 60 lakhs and rejected the green card and came back to India because I always wanted to do something big and make a difference for my fellow citizens here in India. And the journey has been beautiful, to be honest. I'm cherishing my time here. I'm born here. I'm raised here. My people are here. So I'm loving being here.
Like, we are really proud of you for this decision. Like I've told you, like not many Indians or especially Punjabis would take this decision, but it's great, right? And like then, how did you realize this thing, like that you have that inclination towards entrepreneurship? Though I know you belong to that family background you have already, but then every child, he or she, they have their own aspirations. But how did it come to you?
You see, as you rightly you put it in the words that I've been born in entrepreneurial families. So I came into work when I was 14. I was in 8th standard. I asked a pocket money raise, and they gave me the keys to our motor parts manufacturing unit. And they said that, men, run this. If you earn profits, it's yours. If you run it into losses, we'll take it back. And I still remember in 8th standard, I'm on the shop floor, on the production line with my foremen, and working upon manufacturing of those motor parts units, hands all greasy, and my school uniform going down to vendors, to the clients to take orders. From there on, it happened, and I read it somewhere. They say that either start loving what you do or start doing what you love. So first half, when I was young, I would say in my teen years, I was loving my family business. Then went for higher studies to Australia. Then I came back. Then that set up my base towards my own journey, my personal journey, and I became first generation entrepreneur. Set up my own company, HoverRobotix. Since my childhood, I was very inclined towards technology. Whenever a science fiction movie of the Hollywood used to get released in the theater, I used to rush towards that, and that is how I realized that's my passion. So I started doing what I love. That is technology, artificial intelligence, robotics. And in 2015, I laid the foundation towards HoverRobotix just with 35,000 rupees with my pocket money. And specifically mentioning this sum because today's youth, they are very keen towards fulfilling their dreams, but they keep on sitting on their dreams, on their ideas. With the lack of funding, they keep on waiting for funding. So I keep asking them, don't wait for funding. So from there on, now it's a multi-million dollar startup. It's self-funded. It's number one in India. It's top 5 in the world. And I belong to a millennial generation where there was no Google, no internet. The biggest luxury used to be a telephone line, a landline. That is. So if I
Yeah.
can do it, I'm just another average human being. If I can do it, everyone can do it.
Wow, great. So that was actually my next question to you also, that robotics and artificial intelligence, though we now today see that it has like great future. What like even if I call it great future, that is not an appropriate like terminology. This technology is like now a part and parcel of our life. So like robots, especially. So you told that you belong to the millennial generation. So am I. So that Small Wonder TV program used to be aired. I don't know if you had watched that or not, but that used to have a robot, a small girl as the father prepared her as a
Yes,
robot.
Vicky,
You remember
Vicky,
that? Yeah,
Vicky,
Vicky.
Vicky.
You
Yes,
remember that.
still remember.
So that kind of curiosity we millennials had for robotics and everything. So like,
Yes.
what is your like most cherishing memory about that?
Like,
About robotics?
yeah, robotics, it's fascinating. When we talk about robotics, it usually used to sound like maybe a science fiction subject of a Hollywood movie or something from the future. But
Yeah.
robotics is already there. It is embedded in our life. I have another program whereby I take a beautiful journey of 2 hours to everyone. I showcase them that how robotics artificial intelligence is embedded in each and every part of our life. Imagine tomorrow if someone wants to take an admission, I say that just by clicking their selfie through their retina scan, we can let them know what kind of personality traits they hold and what kind of course would be beneficial for them in the longer run. Some of the bigger organizations, they have already started recruiting employees based on AI and robotics. So, and now healthcare is already
Yeah.
so many surgeries or those things are already happening through robots. Doctors are sitting in US, they're operating patients here in India. And here, if you want to see a live,
Yeah.
this is the robots.
This too,
This
I
is
just
live.
love to watch your photographs and everything on this, and I have this dream of
So, and this moves
standing
with
over
your
it.
this moves with your thinking. You stand on it.
Okay.
When you
Okay.
think, a body reflex happens in your body, and
Oh
it takes you
wow.
places. You can go anywhere. You can ride it anywhere: grass, park, roads, uphill, downhill, and you can go anywhere. And it's electrically chargeable. E-mobility. We are reducing the dependence upon fossil fuels
Wow.
and no pollution. So we are providing sustainable, eco-friendly environment to the upcoming generations. That is the goal, that we should create a sustainable world for each one around. And that is how this happened. And if anyone wants to experience it, they are most welcome to the Robotics Experience Center.
Right.
They will love it.
Wonderful. 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 So other than this, like Dr. Munish, like if I read in your profile about the idea of yours, this education, empower, elevate. So tell us something about this, like elaborate it.
See what happened, like when HoverRobotix came into existence. I'm the only manufacturer of e-mobility robots in India, but we are still borrowing this technology from US. So I was like, why not to develop the technology as well here in India? I started taking artificially intelligent workshops in AI and robotics. They were certified workshops free of cost for kids. I'm the first one in entire India to do an AI conclave for kids in India. This
Okay.
happened way back in 2016. So from there on, It paved way towards MentorX to educate, to empower, to elevate, regardless of your age, gender, geography, demography. We are there to help you. If someone they want to develop a skill that's beyond the traditional barriers of the schooling or the education institutes, you want to have soft skills, you want to learn public speaking, or you are a youth, you want to have your own startup, you have the idea, you need idea polishing, bootstrapping, incubation, funding, or if you're women, you want to connect with other women across the world, we have Mentorx Women. For youth, we have Mentorx Youth. Or if you are corporations, big corporations, you want to elevate to new level. So regardless what you do, we are there to help you, we are there to assist you, we are the ecosystem enablers. As of now, we are operating in 65 countries with the vision to help all the 8 billion people across 200 countries. And by next year, we want to be into 200 countries.
Wow, profound thoughts. Like it shows that how insightful you are. You must be. I hope you must be like sitting alone with your own, self and meditating. I must share this thing. What I have like observed in a while, because you have so many ideas and you want to like bless the world with those ideas. That's really wonderful. And viewers, I would also like to tell you that Dr. Munish is the global chairperson of world's largest women empowerment initiative, MentorX Women. So please tell us about that also.
See, whenever word women comes, the first thing in the contemporary era, they say women empowerment. Women needs empowerment. I ask them, why does women need empowerment? Women are already empowered. A woman who can give birth to a life, imagine how empowered she is. The only thing that happens is women is synonymous to sacrifice. In her childhood or in her teenage years, she sacrifices a lot for her parents. Then when she gets married for her husband, then she becomes a mother for her kids. What happens is she loses the zeal or the direction towards her own dreams. So what she needs is a spark, just a bit of a spark. You show her the spark or you give her the direction and she can do wonders. So that is what MentorX is all about. MentorX Women, a global sisterhood solidarity movement across the world where we are connecting women with women. Though women are so courageous, so empowered that they love to work regardless of the gender. But what we observed is when their women are around women, they celebrate life. So what we're doing is we're connecting women across the world with women. It could be for your business, for your profession, or just for your leisure, or you're looking for new opportunities. Imagine you sitting here and you talk to me, Munish, I want to take my show live in Europe, maybe. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect you with the MentorX chairperson, maybe in Cyprus, or maybe in France, maybe Spain. So, and immediate next moment, you are live there, which you might be feeling, oh, once the pandemic might be over, I might travel down to France, to Cyprus, or to Spain. Then I will have my setup. So this is the kind of magic we are doing.
Wow, wonderful. And like a male person thinking about this and going deep into it, it's really wonderful to know. It must be like you're bonding with the other women in your family and everything, the family background I can relate to. Like,
Thank you
and,
so
and
much.
it's
The thing
really
is,
wonderful.
what has happened, Roop, I got so much of respect
Yeah,
in my life, and I have wonderful people around me. So I always say, whatever today I am, wherever I am, it's the blessings of the people around me. So I always want to pay back, give back to the society, and paybacks are not always in the forms of finances or in the food. Paybacks, I believe more like rather than giving a bread, make them the bread earners. So my payback is
wonderful.
whatever expertise, whatever knowledge I have, I shall share it with them. I have experience of more than 25 years, 9 different ventures I'm running in 12 domains in 65 countries. So if I can share my expertise and knowledge with others, and they can learn from them and they can grow big, then
Yeah.
that's the entire meaning of your life.
Definitely, definitely. And viewers, before we move ahead, let us watch few glimpses of Dr. Munish's life. Let us see.
This was incredible.
Wow. Yeah, so it clearly shows that you never stay at one place, huh? You love to travel, and of course, I can understand your work and the vision. It takes you everywhere around the globe.
I'm passionate about traveling anyways because I feel travel makes you learn a lot. I travel around 250 days in a year. I'm into suitcase living since 2003. It's been 18 years. I'm into suitcase
Okay.
living. And I always urge the youth as well that if you have money, because
Hmm.
everyone has limited funds, don't spend it on lavish clothes. Don't spend it on your watching movies or anything. Spend it on travel. If you can travel India, travel across India. You can travel abroad, meet new people, learn about new cultures, new cuisines, new languages. It's going to teach you a lot and lot and lot.
That's the real learning, actually, the practicality of that. And what about this art of speaking? Like this, you are a wordsmith too. I can, and even the viewers can understand from this during this interaction also. So this love for speaking, and as your profile also mentions that you've been a part of TEDx education scenario and Josh Talks. So from where did this love for speaking come?
I don't know. I will be very honest with you. During my life journey, I keep on getting invites for the shows, for the interviews. I never say no. The second part is I never prepare. It's all impromptu. What happens is when you speak impromptu, you speak your heart out, and people can connect with that. So it's the real you. And the more, the art of speaking is be fearless. Be fearless, go on a stage, capture the stage, and just speak whatever your heart says, whatever you feel like, whatever your instincts are. And believe me, over time, what's going to happen is people would start calling you as a wordsmith, but it happens.
Yeah.
It becomes innate to you, it comes natural.
And I must tell you, it's not everybody's cup of tea also. Sometimes we
But
have ideas.
we can
Hmm.
make everyone like that. So I
Yeah.
can give you a quick example. I came across a
Hmm.
little child, and he had a stage fright. I asked him, "What's your passion?" He said that I'm passionate about guitar. We kept a guitar on the stage. I asked him, "Go play guitar." He played the guitar. I said, "Okay, now why don't you just introduce yourself?" And you won't believe, then he kept on talking about himself, his hobbies, his passions, and it was tough to take mic back from him. So it was just
Wow.
how we mold the scenario. So we can really make people really good speakers. But before that, I really want to say, whenever you're on a stage, don't have a stage fright. Speak, and when you're speaking, if you forget something, always keep a water bottle handy. Sip your water, so people will feel like you're having water. But in that quick few seconds, your mind will come back.
Wonderful. So we got a tip also from the expert himself. Thank you so much for sharing it. I'm really going to share it with all my students, and I've told them to watch this program also.
Thank you so
They are
much.
definitely going to learn. All right. So just moving away from this, the present interaction which we were just now having, like if we talk about our state, Punjab, right? So quite often, like the youth here, or we all like Punjabis, we are nowadays known more for our love for the foreign lands, right? And especially the youth, they want to like settle abroad. They want to go to get education and then settle over there. What is your personal like viewpoint about this, because you have already studied there and come back? Is it like lack of opportunities or lack of determination in the youth? What is your take on this?
See, there are no lack of opportunities. There is no lack of determination. The only thing what happens is, uh, we when we are in India, our systems are made so that even without knowing, we start procrastinating. So what happens when you move abroad? You know, the very first charm is it's the dollars, the dollars dream. So they pay you in slots of 15 minutes, not even an hourly. Like if someone has worked there for 1 hour 15 minutes, they pay you 1 hour 15 minutes, not for 1 hour. So I ask the youth that when you go down there, supposedly if you work for a day, 8 hours, your productivity is equal to 16 hours. That is the
Yeah.
kind of work you do there. And what happens here in India, when we work for 8 hours, our productivity is equal to 4 hours.
All right.
So if I compare that to the work style of India, that is like you're doing a work of 4 days in one day. You're already doing a double work there. Here you're doing half. So I say them, if you are willing to give that kind of hard work here, so India is the land of opportunities, and India is the superpower in the world, and we are already working on a global scale whereby we are making India as the innovation hub, and India is going to be the global problem solving machine for the entire world by 2030. I'm already working with PMO House, already working with few of the ministries in India towards innovation, creation, production, disruption. And this is the reality that India holds tons and tons of opportunities. It's all up to them how they want to grab it.
Yeah. And really, on to your last point, which you mentioned, I also want you to highlight it a little bit more. You're working with the PMO, this Niti Ayog thing. That how, like, what is the concept?
The concept is, see, again, that as we were discussing, that it's the time of artificial intelligence and robotics. Why we're suddenly talking so much about it is all about Industry 4.0. First revolution happened with the steam came in, then second revolution, electricity came in, mass production started, third revolution came in with the IT, internet and all. Now the fourth revolution is all about AI and robotics. Or we can say we are in the AI first world. The entire world, the entire scenario is going to change. Everything is going to be technology oriented. Imagine you just speak, or things are happening with the movement of your eye. Imagine a mobile phone opening up. This is another like use case of AI, whereby you just look at your phone and iPhone unlocks itself. Same way, imagine the doors of your home getting unlocked just by seeing you, or lights coming on with your mood. The cameras, they're looking at your mood scenario. They're like finding you, today it's Saturday night, weekend, dance lights on. Or today it's a Tuesday
Okay.
night, maybe you want to work, so maybe bright warm yellow lights are on so that you can work peacefully. So this way the world is changing. So what we are doing is, I have been appointed as a mentor of change by Niti Ayog. We're looking after Atal Innovation Mission, whereby I've been mentoring students in schools, Atal Tinkering Labs, and few of my students from BVM School Ludhiana itself, they won national prize, 75,000 cash, as well as they got honored by the CM of Rajasthan, and now they're going to Russia at the call of Russian government.
Wow.
So they are the students
Big
of fifth,
achievement.
sixth,
Yeah.
fifth, sixth, and seventh grade. And same way, I'm looking after Atal incubation centers in universities. I'm already guest lecturer at PAU, Punjab Agriculture University. We are bringing AI in agriculture. Two of my books are there in curriculum. I've written close to 12 books till now, and so same way, we are looking this on pan India, and we have already established another business incubation center in Mauritius, and we are closely working with government of Mauritius, government of Japan, government of Vietnam, and much more is happening in this scenario.
Applaudable, really applaudable. And like, if as a person, like I also belong to Ludhiana, so if I think about the usual things over there, then hosiery and of course the clothing industry, it's flourishing over there. But a person like you who thought of like bringing robotics and artificial intelligence into that scenario, it's really wonderful. Like, I want to ask you this thing again and again, like that. How did it come to your mind? Like, were you never like a little bit of skeptical about it? That,
Why to
uh,
be skeptical? It's all about
hmm,
nurturing your passions, and it's
hmm,
all about see, I always was of a notion that I'm going to do something different in life, and whenever I'm going to do something different, it's going to happen from Ludhiana because it's my hometown. Now people sitting in Silicon Valley, people sitting in Italy, in Europe, or in Japan or Spain, they all know that there is Dr. Munish is sitting in Ludhiana making robots. So it is
yeah.
bringing Ludhiana on the world map in terms of technology, in terms of robotics. And when you talk about risk, it is about take as big as risks you can. Then it's all about your determination, your passion, your focused approach, your discipline, your patience, your perseverance. It's going to pay off. The only thing is, we shouldn't be looking for early results. When we go down to a college for our graduation degree, what we do, 3 years, 6 semesters, we burn our midnight oil, hard work, we write exams. Then after 3 years, when a convocation happens, we get a degree. It's not like that we go to college for 2 or 3 months and then we knock down on the door of the principal. Hi, principal sir, it's been 3 months I'm coming down to college. Can you issue me a degree? No. Right. And then when we set up a venture, then why we start expecting results? Oh, it's been 6 months, I've been doing this, I'm not getting anything. We call it 3 years of gestation period. Give 3 years to any venture with all your hard work and determination. It's gonna be more successful. And what happens if we fail in one of the subjects in a college? Do we leave the degree in between? We're like, oh, I have failed, tomorrow I'm not going to college. No, we reappear in that subject, right? Same way, if your venture has failed, why do we shut it down? We need to realign the strategies. We need to look back at what went wrong. We need to realign it and work upon it. Whenever you are struggling, whenever anyone is failing in life, just remember why you started it. and you never started it, to close it or to shut it down. So just realign your strategies, and you're gonna be the most successful entrepreneur in the world. And this is what I learned from my grads degree, that in a span of 3 years, you can achieve anything. So every 3 years, I start a new venture from the scratch. I'm the peon, I'm the clerk, I'm the sales guy, I'm the CEO, and put it on autopilot mode and set up a new venture.
Wow. Like being somebody who's on the journey of starting her own business, like I'm talking about myself, though, this journey of entrepreneurship. So I really needed this boost today,
You
actually.
can make anything happen, Roop. Trust me. It would come from within you. No one can help you. No one can motivate you. It would come from within you. All your determination and zeal. Just have faith in yourself. And another thing is, impossible, unachievable, negative, these words don't exist. They don't exist at all. Think impossible, think unachievable, then be unstoppable. You can
Wow.
achieve, you alone have the power to achieve anything in your life, and you can command the universe. All you need is the desire to do that. The desire would come from within you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just with all your desire, command the universe, ask the universe to do this for you, and it's going to happen. And I'm not letting you know this from any book, I'm letting you know from your personal experiences. It's
Mhm.
been almost now 25 years I'm working, so I'm
Wow.
letting you know from the first hand experience that I've learned from life.
I think the best teaching is those experiences which we get from our own journey. So that's
Yes.
wonderful. Like hearing it from someone who has already achieved so much, so we can trust on that advice too. Sometimes we might doubt somebody's motivational speech or something that maybe this happened in their life, but I'm not sure whether it is going to happen for me. But people like you are an example. We are seeing you over there achieving everything. So when you speak something like that, and when you give us this piece of advice, it really boosts the morale. Thank you so much for sharing this.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's
Yes.
it's more about, as like, see, I always say that I am a simple, average, another human being, and who was not even born in an internet era. So just by sheer hard work and a passion, if I can do it, imagine the kind of knowledge you have at handy right now in this era. Imagine the kind of workshops, these sessions, the interviews you get to hear to. Imagine the kind of people you can connect with. You
Yeah.
can make anything happen.
Mm-hmm. So just same in that, taking this talk ahead a little bit. There are many young, like aspiring entrepreneurs. So sometimes, as you also mentioned, that we have to take the risk and we have to be, like, determined enough. So, but sometimes when we start our journey, sometimes society like demotivates us, or sometimes people say that you will not be able to achieve anything. So what would you say to that very young person who wants to achieve something but has no background and no support at all? One piece of advice. You just need to unmute yourself. I think you have put yourself on mute. No, just check again. There would be a sign of mic, or there is some connectivity issue. Maybe you can reconnect. No issues. So, meanwhile, for the viewers, I would mention that people like Dr. Munish Jindal, they really are an inspiration for all of us. People like them, they give us this assurance that if they can, why cannot us? Like, we can be the next best entrepreneurs out there in the society, doing something for the society. So, let me just check with Dr. Munish so that we really want to hear a lot from him.
Yes, am I audible now?
You are audible, but this
Wonderful.
time the video, we want to see you also.
From my side, it's perfect.
But in this, like, in the stream, I'm not able to see you.
You're not able to see me?
It's just the blank screen over here in front of me.
Just give me a sec. I join again. In the meanwhile, you carry on. I'm joining you
Yeah,
back.
yeah. No issues, no issues, no issues at all. All right. So, viewers, people like Dr. Munish Jindal. So, see, from he belongs to the city. that city where like it is all about the hosiery business and the other factory businesses, but he came with some out of box idea, robotics and artificial intelligence. I think we can continue, sir. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? These technical aspects have become a part and parcel of live streaming. So I just hope that we get to listen to Sir without any technical glitches now. Yeah, now it's perfect. Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, thank God. Now I'm also habitual of all these things.
This is normal part and parcel. When
Yeah.
we are working online, so these things they happen.
Yes. So now that your advice to that youngster who
Yes, we
requires
were
a lot
discussing
of
that if someone doesn't have a background or something, see, read about people. What kind of background Sachin Tendulkar had? He became such a legend. Or what kind of background Jack Ma had from Alibaba? He wasn't successful and he opened up his own world and became the most successful billionaire. Or what kind of background Elon Musk had? We don't need backgrounds, we don't need support. All we need is determination. Determination could make us reach places. We need to nurture our passion. And if we have an idea, I come across youth, they pitch their ideas. They say, oh, this is the idea we really want to. And they have wonderful ideas. They have this spark. What they say is, we are waiting for the funding, someone to fund us. I ask them, are you confident about your idea? If yes, can you pool in your pocket money? Can you ask your co-founders to bring some money? Can you ask your parents to lend you some money? If you're confident enough in your idea, then start small. If you can run, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But don't stop. And if you're not confident about your idea, if you're not willing to put your own money, why would someone else fund you? Right.
great.
So start. Please
This is the
start.
point.
Please start. Startup means not having an idea. Startup means start it in actual. Make a prototype. Maybe have a small startup and then pitch your ideas. Then someone is definitely gonna come to you or fund you. Or start small. Keep growing. Keep nurturing yourself. Whatever money you make out of your venture, keep pulling it back. Take an example from me. I started in 2015 from 35,000 rupees, and now it's a multi-million-dollar startup. It's self-funded. I rejected the funding because I always wanted to innovate. And when you accept a funding, they make you a salesperson. They are always number X, 10x growth, 20x growth, and you forget the innovation part. Always wanted to innovate, so I always kept it self-funded. And we are growing wonderfully. We are, so you can take a leap from here, you can take an idea from here, but do start. Please start, and the coordination is the key. The world we are living in, don't compete with your peers, don't compete with your fellow people, rather coordinate with each other. This coordination can make you reach places. I give you a quick example.
Yeah.
When I started my venture from Ludhiana, I was operating in Ludhiana. I wanted to go pan India. I realized one of my friends with whom I was doing my with whom I did my graduation degree, he was in one of the logistics company. I called him up. I said hi, and he was like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "I want to do business pan India." And he said, "Munish, you do your business the way you're doing. I will look after your logistics pan India." One friend, call of 2 minutes, I went pan India. And imagine if each one of you start coordinating with each other. If there are 50 people around you and you start coordinating with each other, you have power of 50 different corporations at your discretion. So you
Yes.
can make wonders happen. So coordinate, start, coordinate, and grow and uplift others. We rise by uplifting others. So help others unconditionally.
So sublime, yeah. And this, what you said, like take help from others. Can we call it like delegation of work or something? That this is very
It's
important.
one is yes, you should be delegating your work when you are in an organization or when you have people around you should be delegating. Second thing is learning. Your learning should never stop. Read about people, listen to inspiring stories, or have mentors. Connect with people. Connect with whosoever you feels that they inspire you or they can help you, they can guide you. Go and connect with them, write to them, call them, and ask for help. Never shy away in seeking help. Why? Because it's your thing. You're gonna grow. So ask them that you need help, and if you cannot pay, say them openly that you are at a budding stage and you just want them to mentor you. I have so many mentees. In my lifespan, I have mentored more than 100 plus startups, and as of now, I have so many mentees. I'm just guiding them so that they grow. If from my expertise and my knowledge they can grow, same way, go and knock the doors of the people, connect with them.
Wonderful, really wonderful. So, like business, entrepreneurial scenario, traveling around the world, wordsmith, many terminologies we have for you. And one more thing, like the way you dress up, this passion also. Uh, and for my viewers, I want to tell them that Dr. Munish has been like the most fashionable professional by Van Heusen also. So, what about this love for dressing up?
Thank you, Roop, for mentioning this. See, it is all about, I love dressing up. It makes me feel good. One thing is we never dress up for others. Though, yes, your first impression matters. They always say the first impression is the last impression. But I dress up for myself. It makes me happy from within. And when you're happy, you know what? You can make anything happen. You make the wonders happen. So my idea is always, whether it's raining or you are sick or you're troubled, whatever it may be, get up, dress up, show up.
Wonderful. Many like amazing things I'm learning from you today. And for the viewers, I really want to tell them one more thing that like once you get connected with Dr. Munish and you just say one thing to him that thank you for this thing, and he's going to like shower you with so many compliments and blessings and everything. Like whatever low day you have, once you read his replies or once you become like a part of his connection or something, you become like connected to him, and then it's like wonderful, the vibrations.
It's like spreading the positivity. Wheresoever you are, whatever you're doing, just spread so much of positivity, so much of positivity. Make other people's day bright, And you never know when you were succeeding in your life or when you were struggling in your life, who did what for you, right? Or who's gonna connect the dots in the future for you. So just give unconditionally. When I was doing this unconditionally, when I was taking even certified workshops free of cost, 50 people asked me, what are you getting out of it? I said contentment, peace,
Yeah.
happiness. And I'm not doing it for others, I'm doing it for my own happiness. And in turn, when I was doing this, I got so much from life. Magically, the magical unfold. Life is a circle. When we move something, life completes itself. It moves in a circle. It's going to come back to you in a magnitude of maybe 100x or 1000x multifold. So just keep giving. And when I'm saying keep giving, it doesn't mean that you have to give them money. It doesn't mean you have to give them food. In whatever way, if you think someone has come up and if you are connecting them with someone who can help them, that is also another kind of help. So do whatever you can do for people.
Sometimes we all think in this way, but society or some factors in life, like they force us to drift away from this thought process. But when
Roop,
somebody like you,
are you living for yourself or are you living for society?
no, I'm living
Okay,
for myself.
who is bringing food on your table? You or the society?
Of course,
Every
yeah,
individual in this world is unique and different.
yes,
This is your journey. This is your life. And your journey is non-comparable to anyone. And
yes,
never listen to the society. Make your own mark. Carve your own path. Make the best happen for yourself and the same society. You know what's going to happen when you're going to be successful? The success is yours. You have achieved it. You have done it for yourself, but the same society is going to regard you, respect you.
yes,
So
it
forget
is.
about the society. They have to, what they talk about you, what they say to you. Carve your own niche. That
Yes,
these are your dreams. So see the impossible, unachievable dreams and make them happen. And the dreams are not something that you see while sleeping. Dreams are something that don't let you sleep. And whosoever sleeps 8 hours, please stop sleeping 8 hours a day. Because 8 hours sleeping 8 hours a day means one third of your life, and you cannot afford to sleep one
oh,
third of your life. Yes, that's one third of
yes,
your life.
another
You
learning,
cannot
another
afford to sleep
learning
one
for
third of your life.
me. Yes, definitely. And but we have to listen to people like Dr. Munish from the society. Okay, don't ignore people like Dr. Munish Jindal. We have to listen to you. Yeah, definitely.
More than listening to me, listen to your inner soul. Your instincts, they always talk to you. Your soul always talks to you. Your passion is always there. Listen to yourself. Whenever you're alone, sit down, introspect what you want in life, jot it down, have a vision, break that vision into smaller parts, and then work towards that, strive towards that, leave the distractions aside. Stop chasing life, stop chasing those distractions, and what's going to happen? You will realize whatever you wanted to chase is chasing you.
Wonderful. Indeed. Yeah, and definitely like these positive self-talks, they are very, very important. Thank you for bringing this again, to our attention. All right, so let us have something, some interesting questions. So our viewers will come to know one more side of Dr. Munish Jindal, right? So
Surely,
I
please.
want to ask you certain questions, and I want very rapid responses from you.
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
mm-hmm,
very general
mm-hmm.
questions related to daily life. Are you ready for
Sure.
it?
Yes, anything. Please shoot anything on.
Okay. All right. So your favorite TV show?
Oh, TV. Kapil Sharma.
Kapil Sharma you watch.
Anytime, every time. It's cause the only reason is happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness is the elixir of life, and he spreads too much of happiness around.
Yes. And favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Minority Report by Tom Cruise, and it's about technology. And
Okay.
this movie got released almost 2 decades ago. If you could understand that movie, then you would realize the future is already there.
Right, right. So if you could fly, where would you go?
The next destination is, if I could personally fly, I would go to moon, maybe to
Okay.
Jupiter. But next destination I'm looking forward to is Europe.
Okay, great. Okay, so chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay. And one vegetable you hate?
I won't say I hate. See, hate is a big word. We should. I don't hate anything in life. The thing is, you can say the one vegetable I don't
Dislike.
cherish the taste
Cherish.
is
Okay,
green
you
peas.
don't cherish.
Green peas.
Green peas. Oh, you
Yes.
don't
No,
cherish
I don't
them.
cherish the taste of them.
Okay. Okay, so one thing you can't live without.
Being happy again. I
Yeah.
cannot imagine my life without being happy.
Okay. So coming back to the dressing and everything. So one important thing in your wardrobe you can't move without.
Uh, my watch,
Your watch.
because
Okay.
for me time is money. It reminds me of time management.
Wow. Great answer. So Sydney or Punjab?
Or any day, Punjab, India. I won't divide it Punjab. I would say India. I never divide India in states or
Hmm.
districts. India. I'm purely Indian by heart.
Yeah.
I always say, and certain times people ask me, then I always say this is one of my favorite songs, that Bharat ka rehne wala hu, Bharat ke geet
Yes,
sunata.
it is. But why I mentioned because I took Sydney, so I attached with Punjab because the
Yeah, but
Sydney is
it's
the place
India.
where
It's
you
India.
studied.
India. Heart. India is
Okay,
the heart. India is
that's
the
a
soul.
great answer. Great answer indeed. So what scares you the most, if anything, like
I don't know. I don't find anything scary. Maybe no. I haven't felt.
anything like emotional or something?
No, I'm emotionally attached to my family, but though I don't ever show my emotions to anyone, that is my another side. I don't feel scary, yeah, but certain times I do get a dream, and that just I'm car enthusiast and I'm driving so fast and my car is moving endlessly. I don't know where I'm going.
Okay, great. Okay, so one childish thing you still enjoy.
I love to play with my nephew. He's
Okay.
8, and we do all those kiddish things together. Then when I'm with him, I and you see me, I'm like another 8-year-old kid.
Okay. So from there, this love for standing on the hoverboard also came, because you are then moving freely like a child. I hope.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Okay. So what is success for you?
Oh, success is when people around you are rising. And so many people question me on that. I say them, okay, you have a lavish home, but imagine there's all garbage around your home. What would happen? The air inside your home would be stinking, right?
Mhm.
So you can only be successful when each and every human being around you is successful. So make others rise.
Great, great. One best compliment you ever received
Oh,
out of so many, the one you
I
remember.
keep getting everyone
I'm
so many
sure.
compliments. I don't know, but again, it was about my dressing. Oh, you dress so nice. Can I borrow you for tonight?
Wow. Wonderful. All right. So, best way, according to you, to spend a rainy afternoon?
Rainy afternoon. Then it should be tea and pakoras,
Okay.
right? If you're at home, and otherwise maybe drive and music.
Great. Great. Thank you so much for these rapid responses. And they were very interesting too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rupi.
All right. So we have come almost towards the end of today's interactive session. And before you leave us for from today's interaction and you again get busy in your daily schedules, I just want to ask you one thing that you know how difficult it is to often make others understand your own vision. Like you are an innovator in your field. So do the people always like understand what your
Okay,
vision is?
I tell you something here. Wonderful thing you have asked is one is stop explaining yourself to people. You are
Okay.
not here on earth to explain, or you are not here to justify yourself. People who love you, they love you unconditionally, regardless. And people who are just there, your acquaintances. We are not here to justify or explain ourselves. One. Second, if you have to explain your journey or vision to your parents or
Yeah.
to your partners,
Hmm.
and if you feel they are not able to understand you, then just do one simple thing. Ask them to give you time of 2 years. That I request you that we are together, maybe with your family or with your partners, that we're together for life. I just want 2 years for myself, whereby let me work at my will and desire. And then after 2 years we will discuss it if they are not able to understand it. And then during those 2 years, give your sweat, give your blood, give your determination, your focus, your passion, whatever it may take. And at the end of those 2 years, you should be somewhere where you don't need to explain anything.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for all your like learning, knowledge, and experiences which you have shared with us today. And I have personally like learned a lot from you,
I'm
really.
glad so much.
And
Thank you so much for
I never
inviting me.
like to use words just for the sake of using them, but I have really like today learned a lot from you.
I'm so glad, and Ruchi, if that could make a difference in your life or in the lives of your viewers, I would be more than happy. And if anyone from your viewers they feel I could be of any help to them, then they can Google Munish Jindal, and they would find me out everywhere. And there are no charges for my services, and I'm with my free will. I would love to assist you, love to support you. Thank you so much.
I'm just very sure that viewers are going to explore you and they are going to find out who this person is in more detail. And they are definitely, thank you so much for sharing the web link also. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
so much.
really, once again, I want to say that I'm really obliged and it was a pleasure having you here for today's interactive session. And a lot of learning happened today.
My pleasure. My
Thank you
pleasure.
so
Thank
much.
you. Namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your life.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Dr.
Thank
Munish
you so
Jindal.
much.
Thank you. So, viewers, this was Dr. Munish Jindal, and I'm very like glad that, as I promised, I brought a wonderful guest on the show, and again making the same promise that next time we are going to meet with some other trailblazer, some other innovator. Thank you so much for watching the show today. Good evening, everyone.